Yeah, we're live, we're back again. DJ Love FPL, thank you for tuning into this video. If you've clicked on it, thank you for showing up. Before I get into my team selection, I just want to remind you, if you haven't watched my previous video on the 10 things that you've learned so far, this is a segment that I'll be doing every international break. If Prem is continuing, tutakuwa tuna cover hizi sections where I try to just uncover and bring to the surface just some things that we need to learn. Na bro, hii video ilikuwa very important, and one of the things that I said in that video is that your captaincy is the biggest decision, and try not to captain a player that you just brought in. So kama utawatch your video, I think unaweza chukua tu tip and flow with it. So without further ado or hesitation, let's get into my team selection, where I'll be breaking down my thought process into choosing my new team. Something else, sijui kama unajali, but I'm using a new interface to present, so hopefully you guys will enjoy the presentations with this one. Nimekuwa nikitumia Microsoft Access ya kawaida, but najua you work with the tools that you have and then you work your way upwards. Better tools will be found along the way. Wezi wanza na vitu perfect. So let's hope this platform will bring forth good presentation. At least tuendelee. So game week 13 actually feels so tricky. I saved my free transfer from last week. Nilisave transfer ndio international break ikiisha nikuwe na transfers mbili, since many things happened between the international break and the next game week. Now coming into this game week, I didn't find the need to use both of my transfers, so I thought I'd just use one of them, and ndio nitoe Maddison. Justaki kukaa na Maddison another week, his value will depreciate. I'm not looking to also bring in another Tottenham player, of which I had Kulusevski and Johnson in mind. Hiyo beti kingiana ni sawa, but me I thought about it, nikasema wacha ni steer off Tottenham, nisiswap Maddison for another Tottenham player. Let me just try something else. So this is my team selection for game week 13. Let's go with it. In defense, nachezesha Areola, who is playing Burnley away. This is an away game for West Ham. West Ham have been good on away games with Bowen as a goal scorer. Lakini si umeona amekea ile mark ya Hazard. Amekea hiyo mark at 75% chance of playing. Bro, mimi sijali. Fuck, namchezesha venye yako. Bowen mpaka nisikia ako si kwa bed, ndio nitamweka kwa bench. Otherwise he starts in my first 11, later to be displayed as I talk about my midfield. So I'll have my goalkeeping as Areola. Right beside I have my Mykolenko. So one of the things I talked about in the previous video, which is the things that we've learned so far, is that should you play a player based of form ama fixture. Uone kama fixture ni ngumu ama ni rahisi unamweka, ama kama ako na form unamchezesha. Now I talked about in that video, showed an example of what I did with Mykolenko. I won't get into that. Ukijisikia wewe tu watch your video. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. Anyway, Mykolenko is here of form. Form yake iko fine sana. Price yake imetoka 4.3M to 4.4M. Na inapanda. Anafuatana na Simicas yako. So I love this fixture because team Everton wanacheza nayo ni Swara, na Everton wanacheza home. So I feel like Mykolenko was a very easy pick for me in this fixture. If you don't have him, would I recommend you to buy him? I don't know. You make your decision, angalia fixtures zao, but umse amekuwa kinipea points sometimes on the squad, sometimes on the bench. I got him at game week 7-8. Since then it's been good working with him. Right in the middle it's Trippier with a home game. And one of the things I said in this video, pole itabidi tu ni mention hii team selection tips. Hii video itakubamba kama utaki mingi. Iko na some GIFs which will be playing as I speak, so kama dopamine retention yako ziko chini, at least utaweza kukaa kwa hiyo video. Back to my point. I said Trippier bank on Newcastle or Trippier when they have a home game, a home fixture that is. Let me just edit this part. I said bank on Newcastle whenever they are playing at St. James Park. However, sahi vitu hazikai straightforward since they don't have very key players. Nikisema key players, hawana Botman, hawana nani mwingine, hawana Isak, hawana Wilson. Almiron ndio huyo sasa pia yako flagged. Who else? They have injuries, but Newcastle have a very solid team. Hata bro, walicheza na Man U, walituletea team B na wakatupiga smart. So going with Trippier into this game, it's easy. He also has this star sign. His sign iko kwa FPL kwa mse akona form, akon good form. So Trippier has it and it's a home game. Sioni nikipata clean sheet kwa hii fixture honestly. Na nikipata Chelsea watakuwa ndogo sana. Na Chelsea wa confirm, so that's something else that I'm fearing. The only advantage is that this game is being played at St. James Park. Next to him is Porro with a home game. He got 5 points against Wolves last game week 12. He was on my bench then. Na nimeacha. Nilikuwa nimeweka hata Mikolenko bench hiyo game. Give me 9 points solid kwa bench. Nimeacha, nimewarudisha. Nimeapologize, I'm gonna work on it and play players based off form. However it goes, I will take the points. As I usually say, ukiweza kupata 10 plus points from your defense, utaenda na mbele sana. Kama unaweza pata some double digit figures from your defensive line combined, itakuwa poa. Nikipata 15 points hapa backline, I'm more than set up to go 60 plus points. But if that doesn't occur the way I envision it, itakuwa ngori. Not for me, but for you too. Okay? Tuingie midfield mali watu wamejazana midfield, hata kuna space. In midfield I have Bowen once again with an away fixture. Bowen is playing together with Areola. Bowen has also been flagged, but siaminingi hizo flags. Kuna ma players ukiona wameflagiwa at 75% chance of playing, wewe wachezeshe regardless. Mtu kama Saka, anytime they put that thing on Saka, don't be hesitant, just play him first 11. So it's the same thing I'm doing here with Bowen. You can also see he has this on form sign. Hizi si zangu za kujitungia, ziko kwa FPL, so nimeziweka hapa ndio tu uko na the same visual cue as I. And yeah, so that's really about Bowen. Bowen has 74 points so far. Come to think of it, Haaland has 96 points in total. Salah alipita 100 points mark as of game week 12. Bowen is just behind them bro, akona 74. Hizo ni mingi yani. Ukirealize ako like 20 points behind kina Haaland, na siati amekuwa na ile game amefunga 2 goals. Damn the son. So back to my point, as I say, he has 74 points. To hajakuwa na ile game amefunga like 2 goals. Hizi za hat-trick, hajakuwa na hizo game. Yaki imekuwa a very slow build, slow but sure. Yaki jakuwa luck. So with Bowen, I'm very happy to play him. Same position, another game week, and also next week. Nashuko ako guaranteed of playtime in my squad as a first 11, unless anything else pops up. Next to him is Salah with a very difficult match, an away game at Etihad Stadium. We all know if it's anyone who can get a goal for Liverpool at Etihad, ni Salah. Pia sijamweka captaincy. In away game. This is to mean hii ni game ngori sana. So I don't know how this will pan out, but I just avoided putting the armband on Salah this time. I know he has been a very consistent captain over the last couple of weeks for both you and I. So I'm playing him still. Next to him, Gordon, who is also partnering with Trippier for this game. Okay. Ase haona Isak na Wilson. Sijui kama wanaweza kuwa wamepona a bit most likely over the international game break, but I think if yako na assured starting place, and more often than not, yes, him and Joelinton are being swapped on that forward attacking position for the striker. So however it goes, bro, yeah, Gordon say at this point ni praying for the best, prepared for the worst. Venye kataenda tunakachukua, but hii game inachezwa St James Park and that's what we are here for. And next to him is my new signing, Gibbs White. I'm sure if you've watched me from game week 1, you know I have a small obsession with this guy. Hata ni venye sijampata kuwa on form nimchezeshe. This time nimeamua wacha ni offset hiyo do ya Maddison, niweke Gibbs White, nikuwe na a second player in my midfield at a 5.5 million region, so that I can upgrade my attacker coming next week. Nikitaka kuongeza Nunes, nikitaka kuongeza Watkins, naweza muongeza very easily next week now that I have some money in the bank. My criteria for choosing Gibbs White was I needed someone who is on penalties. I also needed someone who is on corners and direct free kicks ama indirect free kicks. Ukitick the 3 boxes, uko more than welcome into my squad. So that's the case with Gibbs White. The other option was Brian Mbeumo, of which sijui kama nataka kuingia hiyo path. I feel like I've been in that place with Mbeumo in the beginning of this season. So sijiski kurudi in the same place. I think this is the same position I would have easily given Sterling. Yet again, sijiski kurudi your place. Sawa, say sitaki watu wanakuja wana perform very high and then they become a bit sluggish. Alafu wa perform very high after time hawezi predict. So I just chose to go with Gibbs White. This was a full gamble. This was also taking into account that Brighton don't keep clean sheets. Brighton wamekuwa kilemewa na kuweka clean sheets. So I believe Nottingham can easily put a goal through. And if there is a penalty incident, Gibbs White is there. Also, one of the criteria that I took with him was his 90 minutes. Mtu ametrustiwa na coach wake 90 minutes. Mr. kutrust hapa kama hata coach wako kutrust. Now, someone else who I was battling this position was Elanga, but it just felt like a long shot. Gibbs White pia ni a long shot. I just wanted the probabilities to be a bit higher, which means that ukue on set pieces, penalty duties, direct free kicks, those ones will make you qualify more into my squad, and hopefully this is a better decision. Pia unataka kusign differentials, mse mwenye squad zingine hazitakuwa naye, mse yako na like 2% ownership or less, ndio kakiingiane ivane rank yako inapanda sana tena. Next to him is Douglas Luiz. I honestly have very low expectations with him. Na bank on penalties at this point. This guy is not a provider. I think he has only had 1 assist this season, which is a red flag. Kama mse ako na just an assist, inamaanisha ha contribute team play kwa game. Kama ako na goals na najua zake 2-3 hapa ni za pena, simtrust sana. So honestly, one of my plans here was bringing another 5.5 million midfielder, in this case Gibbs White. Now ikifika the next week, I will have 2 transfers. So if I want to dispose Douglas Luiz, I can do that, and at the same time I can also dispose Nketiah from my squad. Nashukuru nimechoka na huyu jamaa. Now going into my forwards, I have 2 forwards who are here to do the job. I have Alvarez and I also have Haaland, both facing a proficient Liverpool team. I love the fact that this game is at Etihad, meaning that the chances are very high for these guys. The chances could be even higher for Haaland, who has the armband as it stands based off of form. Najua pia itakuwa game ngumu sana because Van Dijk atakuwa on his case. So I'm still thinking, but as it stands, my captaincy will be on him until further notice. Maybe nikikonfirmiwa nisikie Bowen atacheza kwa assured nimpe captaincy ama Trippier. It's just that also Chelsea also feels like a difficult fixture. Anyway, whatever it is, my armband stays with Haaland as it stands, and we pray for the best, prepare for the worst mentally. Na hii game week ikirudi tutakuja hapa tu react maybe in the next video we see where I went right, where I went wrong and why, because once we found the why we can work on solving that issue. So that's my squad as it seems. I hope Alvarez can come through. Yeye anafanya kazi ya KDB sahi kwa hii team. Na at least he got some points last week. He got an assist for Haaland. He could even get more if he plays well with Doku. Haaland pia supply na pia afanye the inverse our supply. Things could go well. So this is my two Man City attackers on my team. I was thinking Bernardo Silva but sijui kama naweza muaccommodate hivyo, sijui kama namtrust hivyo. Sidhani tumefika hiyo place kwa hii relationship. So Alvarez is the one who I'm kicking it with, and I don't know, praying for the best as I said. Alafu tuone how things will pan out. As I also said earlier in this, as this episode started, or as this video started, game week 13 just felt like a tricky situation, which meant that it wouldn't make full sense. It wouldn't make full sense for me to use my 2 free transfers. Wacha moto ipoe kidogo nione game week 14. Probably game week 14 I know that Nunes is playing against Luton. I don't know, I'm coming to confirm, or Sheffield or Fulham, one of those. I think ni Fulham. So that's how my team is looking like. Just to give you us a brief look into my profile, this is what I'm thinking. Now that I have just made this one transfer of bringing Gibbs White, I have 1 free transfer. So ikifika next week nitakuwa na 2 free transfers. So I'm thinking I could swap this position for Nketiah, maybe bring Nunes then, because I could double up on Liverpool, however risky it feels. Yeah, he will have Fulham next and then Sheffield. Na ya Fulham iko home, which is a really good place for Salah and Nunes to combine. So that's what I'm basically thinking going into this game week. What else could I do? Maybe ikifika hiyo point tena, nikichoka na Alvarez naweza toa Alvarez na Douglas Luiz, si ndio? Inamaanisha naweza upgrade strikers wangu. Let me see who Solanke will be playing. Even though I'm not a Solanke fan, he'll be playing Aston Villa at their own stadium. Not bad. Just doesn't feel right. Maybe my moves will be to bring in Darwin. Alafu nikileta Darwin for Alvarez, it means that I can also upgrade this position. Someone like Martinelli and or Trossard can easily fit my budget. Let me look at Trossard. Shida yake si kwa short of playtime. Ningemleta easily this week, but since Nketiah most likely atakuwa amepona, nataka kuona tu venye Trossard atachezeshwa. Kama easy minutes alipata 80 minutes or because Nketiah wasn't fully fit, because he's yet to play 90 minutes for a match. And I also started with him in game week 1, gave up 3 game weeks in. So staki deja vus, staki vitu tu zina feel a bit similar. Maybe kakinuka, can I upgrade to Saka? Do I have the funds? No, unless I retain Alvarez and then sell someone else and recoup this negative 0.4 M. So that's what I'm thinking. That's how I'm planning or shaping up into the next game week. I think we can meet once again next week tuone venye kataenda. Sawa? So that's it from me today, DJ Love FPL. I hope you did enjoy this video, and if you did, square scared to slap the like button. It just helps the algorithm to suggest the same video to other people with the same interest as you. That's it. It doesn't take away from it, just helps YouTube recommend the same video to other people who share the same interest as you. So that's it. See you guys on the next video. Kwani ni kesho.
BTL drop, Claudica Ruka. I gave her Kichoika Ruka. She gave me inside the Uber. Liambaga was sitting on a dip, Nikamruka. Put on my dip when I was a Peruka. Kama Tumnyambo, I be with my shooter. She is a soldier, she is a trooper. The way that she stay with my stick, then I knew. BTL drop.